bugging. But an actual thing is just something concrete or it's a determinate thing. But like, is
So
Mike not
wait,
bugging?
what is okay, concrete or determinate thing? Like what is determinate? Like I mean,
What is concrete? What is determinate? Just means that when we have these, okay, let's say like, okay, look. So let's say a determinate thing is something that is like rather like a definite structure or identity rather than like being undifferentiated.
you
So
don't think
like, okay,
humans
let's say
you
if
don't
something
think
is
humans can
determinate.
be you don't think humans can be
Relax.
determinate?
What?
You don't think humans can be determinate?
Humans? Are you saying humans are determinate?
Yeah, you said just one thing that has that's nothing, like it has like one specific identity. Do you think humans are determinate? Or,
That's the point. Under my account, a human is that rather than another human.
okay, so you're saying no actual thing. I mean, this is like kind of confused. Just give me the argument for P2 one more time, I guess. I mean,
I'm not doing that again.
you're not doing that
You
again.
fucking retard. We can conclude.
You don't want to give the argument for
We
P2
can fucking
again.
conclude. You fucking retard.
I mean, I'm just
I'm gonna
kind of
give my
confused on the
conclusion.
terminology,
So in
son.
conclusion, this nigga sucks ass, dog shit. You should fucking die. Anyways, you want to conclude? Give your conclusion. You fucking retard. Give your conclusion.
I just wanted to like be clear on what's happening
I
here
just
now.
wanted to shut the fuck up. You've been begging me to debate for fucking 2 months
Wait,
now.
Nini, mute
This is
him,
what you're fucking doing in front of me. You fucking
mute him.
retard.
Moderator.
Mic up, mic up.
Nini, mute him, Nini. Okay, thank you. So,
I mean,
now I got the clarity now. So since he's gave me the clarity, I just want the argument for premise too. Yeah, I don't want to conclude. I don't know why people have been begging to conclude with me. Yeah, I just want the argument for premise too. So let's go ahead and get that.
The one that he gave?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying I was given without any clarity, so I just want it again now. Now I have clarity on what he means.
Listen, the argument for P2 is saying no actual thing explains differentiation. The argument essentially where hold on, I'm getting pinged. You're so retarded.
What do you think an actual thing is? That was
Why would you ask
what?
Just to interrupt him.
Why are you asking me what an actual thing is after I already told you?
Just listen, bro.
Listen, like, oh my god, an actual thing is just something that's concrete, determinate, or identifiable. These are the things. These are what an actual thing is. So when we talk about people and atoms and chairs and planets or events or thoughts or properties, all these things, all this is saying is that an actual thing is something that already has structure, identity,
why can't humans
and
explain differentiation? Wait, why can't humans explain differentiation? A human wants to explain differentiation. What's going to be the contradiction to say that no actual thing can? What's going to be the contradiction in that?
Yeah, humans are already differentiated things. That's very confused under
yeah,
my
wait,
account.
why is that
A human is a human. Yes, listen, okay.
Oh my God,
I'm trying to explain it to you and you're interrupting me.
Okay,
listen.
Differentiate,
Okay,
right?
so if you
why
say,
can't
listen,
differentiating explain
what
the
the fuck
existence of differentiation?
You're talking, bro. Nobody can hear him because you're talking with him.
Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you gotta
I
fucking
grant
relax.
humans are beings, right? Okay, but I'm saying why can't differentiate
Humans
beings
are
Answer the
differentiated
damn
beings.
question.
You fucking retard.
Damn.
Okay.
You say 2 words to scream.
Okay, so listen, like when you ask what's the contradiction, it's not like the issue is not that like we have some form of narrow P and not P. In a sense, like the issue would obviously be circularity, right? All that is saying is that humans.
You said no.
Okay, all that is saying is that humans.
If an actual thing was to do this,
What is wrong with you, nigga? Like I can't even get a fucking sentence out. You garbage ass nigga. So listen, relax. All this is saying is that humans already presuppose differentiation just to be identifiable humans at all. So to be a human is already to be this human rather than another one, right? So differentiation is already doing what we call the human ever enters the explanation. They are never going to enter that explanation. So then, if you would try to say, oh, humans explain differentiation, since you were trying to say, oh, what if humans explain this differentiation? Under my account, that's circular because the thing doing the explaining already depends on the thing being explained.
Okay, what's the problem with circularity? I'm just wondering.
Like some servers. What's the problem with what? I'm sorry? Contradiction?
Circularity. No,
circularity.
circularity.
No, circularity is a problem because okay, what? Circularity is a problem because the explanation never leaves the thing in question there already, right? So like, okay, we could say, okay, if your explanation there's, or if your explanans, or whatever, however you say that word, right, already presupposes the explanandum, then you have not explained it, obviously, right? Do you agree? Agree or disagree?
No, I need motivation for that one.
I think it's Esplanade.
What?
I need motivation that it presupposes. Like, if you're saying that the it's like, are you saying that the explanandum is explained explanandum? Like, I don't know where the explanandum and explanandum talk is there, but I mean,
Oh
I think
no, that's
it's
not what I'm
your
saying.
argument.
I'm saying the
Wait, look,
explanation.
look. I'm wondering the
Wait, you asked me a
presupposition.
question, and
What
yeah, okay,
position there?
listen.
The presupposition is what I'm wondering. So it's like, look,
Excuse me.
like
All right.
humans.
Let's
Look, you're saying that it
wait,
presupposes
listen,
differentiation. Look, like,
listen,
you're saying existence
listen,
presupposes
wait,
differentiation.
listen,
Look,
wait,
I mean,
listen,
I'm just
wait,
wondering why.
listen, wait, listen, wait, listen, wait. Oh, you done? Okay. So listen, what I was saying is, I'm saying an explanation is supposed to make the thing less dependent, not just restate it in a different form. And all that is saying is that, oh, if your explanans there already needs the explanandum in order to function, right? Then the explanation is inherently or inferentially empty, right? There's no baggage there. Like we can have an example. Let's say, like just to go back to humans, right? Let's say differentiation exists because humans exist, right? But we say humans are already differentiated beings, right? So the differentiation is already presupposed before we even talk about human, even before we even say the human enters
Oh,
the explanation there.
okay. Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Now there's
yeah, okay, okay.
now I see
Yeah, you're teaching
what
me,
the main
Tan. You're
argument.
teaching me good, Tan. You're teaching me real good, Tan. Now, can you
Hey,
actually
Nini,
recite what I taught you?
wait. Okay, that's fine. So okay, now I see it. Now I see like the major. Okay, so look, so in P3, right? I just want to see. It says that if differentiating exists, explain, then there exists a non-actual generative. Like you're saying that. Do you think explanation is going to be the type of thing that like, do you think it needs an explanation to be produced, or because that's what P3 is saying? So
I
yeah,
think what needs an explanation to be produced. Oh,
yeah,
you
you're
know
saying that
what P3 is saying? Yeah, no. Like I'm not committed to every explanation itself needing a further explanation in the
wait, that's
same ways, right?
yeah, you're not correct.
That
So
would
look, so
yeah,
you're saying
yeah. Okay.
P3 says there exists a non-actual if differentiation exists and no actual thing
Nigga, why are
explains it.
you
So
screaming?
explaining.
Holy.
Dude. This Eminem shit, I'm not understanding.
Yo, this nigga just literally started screaming.
I can't understand this Eminem shit. I gotta track what you're saying so you don't catch me with one of these retard things that you be doing a lot.
Yeah, for sure. So can you
Okay,
also
P3 just says
okay,
if
so the argument
differentiation. You want me to read it? Why did you send it again? What's wrong with you? You're confusing me. So you want me to read it for you, or are you gonna read it?
I'll read it. So it says if differentiation exists and no actual thing explains it, and there exists a non-actual generative condition that exists. So you're saying that because it's not explained, or like you're saying because it's not explained, but there's couldn't be then it produces it. That's I'm wondering if something needs an explanation to be produced or to be like that made a contention with the argument.
Untick? Uh, Untick? Are you
Yeah,
fucking confused?
yeah. I'm
Wait. Are you
wondering if
fucking
something.
started?
I'm wondering if something. I'm
Wait.
wondering if
Hold
something
on.
needs.
Hold on. All that is saying is that all that is saying is actual differentiated beings or things there, not beings. Things need explanation because they
A
are
production.
dependent, right? So
Production
they
is opposite.
presuppose differentiation in order to be what they are. But the generative
Look,
condition that we talk about there is not another dependent actual thing inside that domain. That's the entirety of the issue that I'm raising there, right? So
okay,
you're
you don't
trying
get
to
the
say that the
objection.
generative you're trying to bring up this critique that the generative condition, like like it obviously is just one more object alongside. Maybe we could say humans. I already deny that. When I say I deny that, obviously, what I mean is that it doesn't account for the role God is playing under my account. God is not a produced thing. God is that by which we call production occurs. God is not differentiated object there at all. God is by which differentiation occurs.
Okay, you're not getting it. So just repeat it one more fucking time. So look, so you're saying
If I'm not getting
there's not
it,
there's
I'm not getting it. We can
can you
conclude since you're blitzing me badly right now.
can you stop? Can you
You're
stop?
blitzing me badly. You're blitzing me badly.
Can you stop? Please.
You're
Okay.
beating my.
Yeah, thank you for muting the time. So look, so you're saying there exists a non-actual generative that produces it. Okay, so you're saying because explanation, okay? Because under a given, like, I guess, framework, there can't be something. Okay, so now you're saying that, but under my given framework, right? Okay, the non-actual thing, there's something. So it produces it given I guess the argument, right? So I'm wondering, when you say produce, are you talking about like produces its existence? And look, I'm just calling that something needs an explanation to be ontic, or something explanation is the type of thing that like grant, or yeah, something needs an explanation to be ontic. I don't see the motivating reasons to grant that. It's kind of confused. I mean, yeah. I mean, these debates I've been getting, and holy,
Okay,
listeners cannot keep up with me,
listen.
bro. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm not keeping up. So listen, produce. Simply all produce is saying here is like, okay, produces, right? It just means ontologically generates or grounds,
Oh,
not
so ontic.
temporally.
Ontic. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
produce
these,
means
yeah,
ontic.
yeah, yeah. These,
Okay, so produce
yeah,
means
yeah,
ontic. Okay,
these things,
just for the record,
You
produce means
asked me
ontic.
a lot of
Right,
things. I
that's
don't know
fine.
why you're interrupting. Can he be muted now, please?
You can
Thank
meet me. I'm
you.
just clarifying. Produce means
Yeah.
ontic.
Shut the
Okay,
fuck
that's
up.
fine.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. So, anyways, as I was saying, what's wrong with you? You want to keep going? I'll let you go.
He's making this go. You just suck at the game, bro.
Wait, I thought you wanted to go, CH. He doesn't want to go? Okay, I'll go then. Anyways, as I was saying, so when these things obviously aren't to say that God comes before differentiation in time, right? But it's really to say differentiation depends on God in order of explanation there, right? So when we talk about production, we obviously are talking about ontological dependence. So all this is simply saying is that differentiation is real, and that the actual things there obviously depend on differentiation, and that no actual thing explains differentiation. Therefore, we can conclude that differentiation depends on some non-actual generative condition. That's the ontological claim I'm making, not temporal. I hope you didn't say temporal. That's what I heard. So simply, what the fuck is in my chat right now? So listen, simply, right? So I say, yeah, the explanatory relation things is not just some form of description. It's more so that these things correspond to what depends on what, right? So if differentiation depends on something, right, then there is a real ontological dependence relation. So and if you would try to deny that explanations or the explanation tracks ontological dependence, right? Then I need you to tell me what the fuck you are actually doing then. Please just spell it out for me. I don't understand anything you're saying right now. Because then obviously all you really have done is you're really just abandoning what we call the explanations as reality tracking, and you're reducing it to descriptive or descriptions, right?
Yeah. Do you
Then what
think
do we even
dependency
mean
is the
by
type of thing that's
explanation
needed to be
anymore?
ontic? Do you think dependency is
What?
needed? Do you think dependency is
Do I,
needed to be ontic? Because that didn't answer the
do I,
question. So, do you think
do I think
dependency needs to be ontic?
what?
Do you think dependency is needed to be ontic?
Do I think dependency is needed to be ontic?
Yeah. Because you said
Listen,
you stop. You said that production is going to be on
what the
ontology. So right.
bro,
So look, you're saying that the explanation, right, is going to be the type of thing that in a counterfactual dependence relationship. You're not saying a
dude?
temporal dependence relationship. So I'm wondering if
Listen,
the
like
dependency.
you were
Just
asking
stop.
me a
Just stop. Just
question.
stop. Just
What's
stop. Just
wrong
stop.
with
Just
you,
stop.
dude?
Okay. Nini
Listen,
mute the retard.
I obviously,
Nini
bro.
mute the
Listen,
retard.
what you
Nini
asked
mute the
me.
retard. Nini mute the retard.
Wrong.
Nini mute the retard. Nini. So look. So I'm wondering if dependency is needed to be on the produced part of your argument is ontology, right? Okay. If it's ontology, when you're saying that the dependency relation is what's going to be the type that produces the ontology, I'm wondering if dependency, right? Like I'm wondering if it needs to be like have ontology. So yeah. Like,
Oh, he's done. I'm unmuted. Listen, okay, you're conflating ontology with dependence, right? So these things are obviously distinct. Ontology is just where, or it's just what is real, right? Or what exists. Independence is just a relation. Some real things stand in to other real things. So you're very confused. So when we say that differentiation depends on a generative condition, we're obviously not saying dependency creates ontology. That's very confused. We are saying differentiation is ontic, but its ontic status is dependence rather than self-grounding.
look, bitch, this doesn't answer the question. So you just what dependency is. Like you're saying that dependency, like are you saying ontology? I'm not conflating anything here, and you even want to say that dependency is that's confused. So I'm just wondering if I'll just ask the question: if it's true that dependency is needed to be toxic, right? So let's say my existence is that dependency, maybe that's it. So just go ahead.
So listen, I 100% answered, and I don't know why you still think it. And dependency is not needed to be ontic. I said that before. So
Oh wait, so then your argument doesn't go through because you just said, look,
wait, hold on.
explain to
Wait,
you how
what's
your
wrong
argument
with
wouldn't
you?
go
Can
through.
he get muted?
That's just that.
Can
So
he get
look, so
muted? Can
you're
he
saying
get
if
muted?
differentiation
Can he
exists,
get muted? Can
natural
he
thing
get muted?
explains it.
Can he
So
get
it doesn't
muted
need to
so I
be
can
explained to
respond?
me.
He's
Can
explaining
he
his
get muted so
objection.
I can
Yeah, it
respond?
doesn't
Can he
need to be
get
introduced.
muted
So your
so I
argument
can
fails.
respond?
Your argument fails.
Can he get
It doesn't need
muted
it.
so I
Doesn't
can
need to.
respond?
But it doesn't need.
What's wrong with this
Doesn't
nigga?
need it.
Why is he doing this? You're so garbage. You don't even know what you're saying. Under my account, that's not like dependency is not the thing that's needed to be ontic, right? Under my account, like existence, right? Like, oh, your existence can be ontic without being dependent. It's really fucking retarded. Those things are obviously distinct. All this is saying is that all this is saying is that ontology is about what is real or exists. Obviously, independency is whether that thing relies on something else there. So something can be ontic and dependent, and something can be ontic and independent. Under my account, your existence is ontic because you are real. So your existence, right? But we would obviously say that your existence is also dependent because you rely on prior conditions, differentiation, and matter or whatever, right? Or structure, right? So God, by contrast to you, you fucking retard, since you were not good enough to be him, right, is onticked in the real sense. But it's not dependent in that same way. So dependency does not ground ontology as such, fucking retard. So dependency, since you're very, very confused, actually, listen. Honestly, you keep on trying to say ontic and dependent, right? These things are. Do you think these things are interchangeable? I have a question. Like, do you think these things are
So wait, okay,
interchangeable?
so you just lost, and I'll explain to you why you just lost. Mute the retard so I can give the explanation why you just lost. So look, so when you say rely, when you say relies on, right? Okay, so like you're saying that I don't need anything dependent to like I don't need any dependency to like at least be on it, right? Okay, so I mean when you say relies, I mean like do you not mean like ontology, like my existence, like what? Like okay, so wait, I'll just explain like why his argument just failed. So if dependency, right, isn't needed to be ontic, right? His argument states in P3, if differentiates exist and no actual thing explains it, then there exists a non-actual generative condition that produces it. So what's producing it, right, is going to be the dependency, right? So if dependency isn't needed to produce it, right? So it's like what makes it there is going to be the dependency isn't needed to be there, right, or to be ontic, right? Fails, right? And he just said that it's not needed, and that's a confused answer. I mean, the argument like kind of factual dependency, like explain this out like that why is needed. But I mean, you kind of went like the wrong route. So I mean, I just explained to you still like why your argument just failed. You kind of went on like a rhetorical strategy from like premise to it's like fun and like try to like make me confused by not the questions. But now like your argument just like quite literally failed given P3 to P like I mean if it's not needed, if an explanation is not if you're saying explanation is dependency, if a dependency is not needed, then I can have like without an explanation or dependency, and P3 posits that the explanation what's like producing it, or and like unless like if there's actual yeah I mean I don't know I'm tripping on my words, I'm sorry, but I mean this argument is like really fucking holy shit. Like we can conclude there since dependency doesn't ontology doesn't require dependency, we can conclude there, that's fine. I mean you kind of just conceded, and I explained to you how you conceded, but I don't even want him to be in. So I'm just gonna get my closings and then yeah, I'll just so yeah. So this my closing is just gonna
Dude, yo, Nene, are you fucking stupid, you dumbass whore? Can you fucking mute him? Dumbass bitch. Anyways, as I was saying, so listen, what he said does not follow because he's conflating being ontic with being explained. These things are obviously distinct. Obviously distinct. All this is saying is that something can be real without being dependent. And dependency only becomes relevant once you ask why that thing is there or what even grounds that thing. obviously. So P3, as you keep on thinking, you think it says to exist is to be dependent. That's not what P3 is saying. P3 under my account is saying if differentiation is dependent, excuse me, sorry, goodness gracious, I down the pizza. If differentiation is dependent, then it needs a ground. Shut the fuck up, Nene. It needs a ground. That's a completely different claim from what you think P3 is saying, you fucking idiot. Under my account, differentiation is real. Under my account, differentiation is not self-grounding. Under my account, there's no actual thing explains it. Under my account, therefore, from that we can conclude. Therefore, it depends on a non-actual generative condition. So nothing about what I just said requires any principle about all ontic things are dependent. You're doing that. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. Goodness gracious, nigga. So listen, you're trying to fucking do this retarded shit. The argument only needs something that says the rule of my argument is simply that if X is dependent, then X needs ground. Differentiation is treated as the dependent because it is not self-explanatory and cannot be grounded by actual things. Goodness gracious. God, by contrast to that, is treated as independent because God is the stopping thing or the stopping point of the ground relation that we could be talking about, you fucking idiots. Under my account, P3 still goes through. Now fucking attack that. Actually, we could conclude if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, maybe somebody gave him like the wrong answer, like the wrong argument. Okay, so wait, maybe I have to explain it. Maybe I explain it time. Okay, so I'm gonna just put P3 in the chat so everybody can see P3. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, 10. So 10. So look, P3 says that if differentiation exists and no actual thing, there exists a non-actual general like that produces it. So I mean, what you're telling me isn't really here. So I'm so sorry. So wait, what you're telling me isn't actually. I'm just citing up P3, man. I don't care like the other commitments. Like I'm just citing out P3. You're saying that if differentiation is no actual thing explains it. So look, so you're saying that nothing. So it's not gonna be like ontic if nothing explains it. So you're saying, but there explains it. So that is what ground silence is.
Is he done? So listen, like I'm gonna go through this one more time when it comes to P3, right? And I'm simply gonna tell him I'm gonna try to be as nice as I possibly can when it comes to this. P3, as you read it, right? I don't have to reread it. He's not here anymore. What's wrong with him?
It's fine. So yeah. So
Okay, so
so I'll explain to you how P3 feels.
okay.
So I'm just to be clear. Okay, something doesn't need a dependency relation to be ontic, right? So if you're committed to saying that, wait, do you think something needs a dependency relation to explain the differentiation, or because maybe I like squeeze your argument out even more? So I mean, maybe I can do that. That's fine. I mean, considering you already conceded to the argument, I explained it. I conceded. I mean, that's fine. Wait, you can unmute the retarder. You can unmute himself. He's not even. He's just funny now. And the send guy's like horrible. And this is like a tier 1 fiction comment, by the way. Yeah, do you think
What's wrong
something
with
needs
you?
Do you think something needs a
What's
dependency relation to be
listen?
do you think somebody needs a dependency relation to
I think somebody
explain the
needs what?
differentiation? Do you think something needs a dependency relation to explain the differentiation?
Dude, like I already answered this, but like
Was your answer no? Was your answer
obviously
no?
no. Yeah, obviously no things. Something
Yeah,
something.
let's conclude. Let's conclude.
Okay,
Let's
so can
conclude.
we mute this
Let's
guy? Can we
conclude.
mute this
Let's
guy?
conclude.
Can we
Let's
mute this
conclude.
guy?
Let's
Let's mute
conclude.
him.
Let's
He's
conclude.
freaking
So
up.
wait.
Nene, can you actually be a moderator and mute him? Thank you. So listen, like your confusion on P3 is really retarded. P3 is not to say, obviously, is not to say that nothing explains differentiation. That's what you keep on trying to say. Obviously, you're a retard. P3 is saying no actual thing explains differentiation. The word actual, please peep on what the word actual is trying to do here. The word actual, right? So when we say no actual thing explains differentiation, that from what you were saying is obviously distinct, obviously. And all that I am saying is that actual things cannot explain differentiation because they already presuppose it. So therefore, if differentiation has an explanation, that explanation cannot itself be actual, right? So the explanans has to be non-actual and generative, right? Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. So you keep on trying to say that not actual means nothing or non-existent. That I deny. I deny these things. I deny these things. These because this is retarded. This is gibberish. This is retarded. Under my account, God is real in the generative sense. Exists without being actual. Like that's really simple. In the determinate sense, right? So there's two different ways we can define exist. If you want that, please ask.
You.
Okay, so something doesn't need motivation to be ontic. So I mean, I guess like under your view, since I'm guessing the country is obviously gonna be God, right? Obviously. So something doesn't need God actual. I mean, that's a concession, son. I mean, I don't even know what to tell you, son. I mean, dude, if you're saying something doesn't need to be actual or to be ontic, right? So like, and then the dependency relation that you're obviously
No.
like assuming. Stop. And the dependency relation that you're assuming is God, right? Obviously, then something doesn't need God to be ontic. I mean, done. I mean, we can conclude there, bro. We can
Okay.
generally
So
conclude there. I mean,
so
no,
you're
no, 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 no,
conflating.
no, no,
You're
no, no, no.
conflating two
Just
things. Yo,
give
Nene,
your
because you
closing.
can
Give your
clearly see he
closing.
was done.
Give your
You can
Bro,
clearly
let
closing,
see
this
he was
bitch.
nigga
done.
talk.
You
Shut
can
the
clearly
fuck
see he
up.
was done. Like mute this fucking retard. So listen, you're conflating things, right? You're conflating needs God to be actual. My bad. You're conflating needs God to be actual with needs God to exist at all. I'm not, bro. Oh my goodness gracious! I don't know how you're not tracking. Like these things are obviously distinct, right? And all that is saying is that all that's saying is actual things. When we talk about these actual things, these things do not need God in order to satisfy the definition of actual. Like a chair is actual because it is concrete and determinate. But actual things do need God in order for there to be differentiated oh, my bad. In order for there to be a differentiated domain at all, right? In which actuality is even possible by that, right? That's what I'm saying. So when we talk about God in this under my account, right? We're obviously talking about the generative condition of differentiation, not some extra property every object has to carry around there. So obviously, I'm not fucking claiming that to be actual, it's equal. It's just equal to explicitly contain God. The claim is obviously to be actual is to presuppose differentiation, and differentiation depends on non-actual generative grounds. So therefore, actuality indirectly depends on God. That's not a concession. I don't know what the fuck you think is a concession there. Explain the concession, or we can actually conclude. But listen, the dependent relation is simply to say, oh, you can think about it like this. Okay, let's say we have a building, right? And that building does not need gravity, right? And to be built into the definition of what we call a building, it doesn't need gravity to be put into that definition of building. But the building obviously still depends on gravity in order to exist in the way that it does. You fucking retard. That's the same thing I'm talking about. That's the same thing I'm talking about. So an
So
actual thing does not need God
it's gravity.
built into the local
But it
definition.
doesn't need to depend on gravity, but it needs gravity. Is that what you just said?
Is that what you think I said? We can conclude then.
Wait, no. I'm actually interested on the analogy because I think,
No, that's not what I said,
yeah,
you
I'm
fucking
interested on
retard.
the analogy. I don't know you think that, but just repeat it, please, one more time. Please.
We can conclude. We can conclude. We can
Wait, I
conclude.
want you to repeat it
Here,
one more time.
we can conclude.
Why do you think like your flow? Like, I mean,
We can
stop.
conclude. Why
So,
do I
so
think I'm
You just
slow?
wanted to conclude a
Yo,
second
what
ago.
did I say here that was
stop,
like similar to
like trying to
flow?
be like flow. Please stop trying to be
Well,
like
how,
flow.
how am I trying to
So,
be like flow? Confused. Let me know. Explain it to us. Explain it
look,
to the
so
crowd. How am I trying to be like flow?
you did say earlier in the like the debate, and Sean and Flo can look at this, that produce it's just ontic. It's just like to produce this to be ontic. In virtue of like
You were
P3.
very confused on that part. So you want to conclude? You want me to conclude? You want to conclude first? What's happened?
Look, I just want you to explain the analogy. Just one more time, please.
I want us to conclude.
And when you say dependent,
Okay, Nene, mute this fucking retard, dumbass. And I'll conclude first, and he can conclude after. We're forcing him into conclusion. So listen, Nene, mute this retard. Thank you, Nene. Anyways, listen. So all he's done throughout the entirety of this debate is to conflate actuality, ontology, and dependence. So the explanation into one little blob of dog shit, right? And then he tried to act like the argument would collapse because those categories are distinct. But obviously, that's exactly why my argument would actually work. Yo, Kenya, you fucking retard. Whoever that is, I don't know who that is. You fucking retard. Stop, relax, calm down. Anyways, so obviously under my account, I never said that every ontic is dependent. I never said that everything ontic is dependent. I never said that everything actual explicitly contains God. I never said that everything real is actual. And I also obviously never said that everything needs explanation in the same way. In the same way, Mr. CH. So obviously he kept on trying to build those things into stronger claims into my position. Retard. But I never granted those things. Under my account, the structure that I have is that differentiation is real and actual things presuppose differentiation. So therefore, actual things cannot explain differentiation without circularity. So if differentiation has a ground, that ground cannot itself be actual. Therefore, obviously, the minimal sufficient ground is a non-actual and generative. That's the entirety of my argument. And he actually never even fucking touched P2 because he literally conceded actual things already presuppose differentiation. So obviously, he never actually touched P3 either because the whole entire objection depended on conflating what being ontic and being dependent was. And obviously these things are distinct based on the fucking argumentation I gave him earlier. So listen, under my account, it's either differentiation is brute, right? What the fuck? Like, who the fuck is getting like side fucked right now? Holy shit, the dick not that good. So listen, under my account, differentiation is simply to be. I'm giving him a fork, right? So simply, either differentiation is brute or it has a non-actual generative ground. And he actually never gave a reason to accept the brute definitions, or I mean, the brute differentiation, other than maybe it's just this, or maybe it's just that. That's not carrying any weight, and that's not carrying its weight. So under his own schema, it's either it's either he would abandon the explanation there, or he'd have to accept my generative ground. That's my conclusion.
so, pretty obvious that my friend Tim. So I'll just explain to him how he was.
God, get better internet. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, but I'll just explain. It's how he lost. I mean, I don't even. I mean, I guess I kind of conceded on the other.
We cannot hear you.
Nobody.
Your mic is glitching
Yeah.
really bad.
No, that's not good. Wait, do y'all hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, the retard kind of like conceded on like P3, and then I made an analogy that maybe could have gave me clarity, but he didn't really want to repeat the analogy. So what the analogy kind of told me is that so like, the house doesn't need gravity, but it's dependent on gravity. I mean, I don't know how that makes sense. I don't know how his P3 makes sense if not a necessity claim. Because look, I mean, P3 wants to let me just look at P3 again. Just give me a second. P3 just wants to say if differential thing explains it, then there exists a non-actual generative reason that explains it. But if there's no necessity claim or this is not necessitated on dependency, then there can be something else that produces it, right? Like that's just obvious. Like I mean, yeah, like there can be, yeah. I mean, there's something else that would like, I guess, produce it. But he already agreed that produces onticity, and in the actuality talk, when it comes to like at least attacking P3, I mentioned once actuality. I forgot the actuality talk. I don't know why he kept on saying I was actuality. I mean, shit. Like, I don't know how that could have been the case. I mean, you can see in the votes it's like 7-6 too. Like, I mean, you're really my son. Like, I mean, son, like, you gotta get better, man. Like, you seriously gotta get better. I think you did like pretty good at the beginning because I was like pretty confused at the beginning, but I quickly realized that because like I'm just that good at the beginning. I quickly realized that P2 wasn't the point. Like, what was that contention? It was really just P3, which is dumb fuck. And I obviously made the CH objection, the best CH objection. I think this objection is